And that was why when we were in school, our generation in Ife then, they knew us back at home because we were the guys in almost every circuit, and then we were just relating with everybody. So it has helped me.
Helps a lot in everything, and it is a learning process for us. We are not there yet now, but we have gained much experience than when we started.
Thank you so much.
Um, for me, I see this platform as one that brings out your content. It brings out what you have inside of you. It's for me as a person, I love to stay in my shell. Let nobody know me.
Yes, but no, but that's reality. That's what we. Is that not what we like?
Sure.
So how do you know you can work under pressure? I remember when I was in 300 level, I was follow-up secretary, I was vice principal, foundation school. Then at the state level, I was PRO. At the western sector level, I was general secretary. So then at home, I was circuit president. In my local church, I was secretary. So balancing youth week, when it's time for youth week, I'm home. Campus work, pause. And then it happens like that. My parents will call, you don't even check up on us, you don't come home. I like, schoolwork is killing me. Please, because you have to follow up fellowship members. I was class rep too, for a class of 400. So you understand the pressure then. So, but then how has it helped? Leaving school and then going into the work life. Now I'm still serving, but then you have to balance work and church work and your service in all other, because I volunteer for NGOs too. So look at everybody, whether it's a round peg or a square peg, and then he knows where he fits in. So we have to learn that and we have to do that. So I think that is what will work. Know your style, know what works for you, and then delegate duties.
Okay. Thank you so much. Moving on to our second point, area of development, interpersonal relationship. How has the youth helped, how has the youth fellowship rather, how has it helped youth to develop this interpersonal relationship, even with their fellow youth and adults in the adults church? Okay, we know there's youth church and there's adult church. How has it helped with everyone around them?
Okay.
No, let me start with you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, when talking about interpersonal relationships, like I said first, when I started off, it wasn't as easy as this. Like you just have to then calm down, then understand people. People come from different backgrounds, different mindset, different everything. So you should know how to approach people differently. That is when you can actually get the maximum output from a large gathering, knowing how to approach them. So you know the people that you can actually talk to in a way. You know another set of people we need to appeal to. If you don't appeal to them, you can't just get rid if you don't appeal to them. So be your ṣe sọ wàá fit àwọn kan ṣe. It's that means you have to learn a lot of like politics, how to pay that it like for it how to pay people. For you to be able to gain, you have to don't forget that as a leader you have like a goal, you have what you want to achieve for a particular time. So if you don't carry people along, if you don't play to the people, there's no how you'll be able to achieve that goal. So that's why I've learned over time. Even it has helped me in my place of work when I was with IBDC. I have a lot of customers, about over 400 customers. I was managing IBDC then, so I know how to approach. And there are a lot of customers with different background, with different everything. So I know how to the ones I persuade. I know the ones I'm going to not shout at, but I'm going to be firm on. So there's no how it has really helped me, and I know it's really going to help me a lot. So there's no how you are not going to learn interpersonal relationship, and as it just as you come along, you learn it every day. You just get it and you become better at it.
Um, I would say that this position increases, or let me say, it has increased my level of patience. When it comes to personal relationship, people are different. We have different backgrounds. The way we react to things as youths is different. A particular word will mean a thing to someone and it will mean another one to another person. So it has taught me that patience is key. If I'm going to have a very good interpersonal relationship with people, you have to be patient. Study them very well. It's more like studying a book. You study to know the do's and the don'ts. And you just don't start from the youth. You start from yourself, to your executives, and then to the youth at large. If you are able to study yourself and know yourself well, you will be able to study others and know them well. You will be patient with them. And as a leader, you have to think from all sides of life. So it's not that because I'm seeing it this way, someone else is bringing another thing, then I think it's wrong. You have to be patient, learn it, so that people, you have ability to move along with each other very well. So when it comes to my relationship with people, it has really helped. Relationship with adults, you'll be patient to just hear them out. They are our fathers and mothers,
Yeah.
and they've gone ahead of us. So what you want to tell them, they actually know about it. So it takes patience for you to actually work with them, and even as youth, it takes patience for you to lead.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Well,
Interpersonal relationship.
for me, I think I'll just share one experience and then let's conclude on that. I remember in 2015, my circuit was to host the Assan convention. But fortunately for me, my dad was the circuit steward. So I told him, sir, they have said we should come and present our budget. So I discussed that kind of discussion with my dad. So I didn't know that he had a different meeting with the council members. So I got there, I was expecting my dad to support me.
Wow.
They just changed everything. Like, ah, my dad, I discussed this thing with you before we left the house. It was like, youth should not do it like that. Wow. And when we start, it's always confrontation. There is no how to avoid it. Well, maybe they say how there is how, but me, I have not seen how because most times when you present something, they tell you, no, it cannot work. And you're like, don't say this thing cannot work because if you allow us try it, it can work. One example I remember was when I suggested to my circuit that we should have a banana plantation to solve payment of assessment and all these things. And then one woman stood up and said, "These youths don't know what they are saying. They don't know what they are saying. We are talking about how to generate money now. We are talking about future." I was like, now the future is here. This is about 2015 and the future is here now. And we are still battling with how to pay assessment. But all those periods, it was a learning period for me because I was always confronted. Okay. I had a lot of confrontation with a lot of persons, different persons, and then a lot of fights just to ensure that, not for me, but we cannot just say we have no voice. Nobody is saying let us have our way, but at least that voice, let the youth be heard. That is what causes most times. But then growing up, we now know how to navigate, how to sit down with the bishop and tell him, Bishop, this is what we are bringing to the table, and then seeing the bishop, we are able to see 2 or 3 years of the council, and then once you raise your issue, you can always get it. Just like I said, it's just negotiation. You negotiate your way. There is nothing else but negotiation. Because I can remember the year my late president told us that you have your say, but you don't have your way. You will be allowed to talk, but you will not have your way on this matter. But at least they heard us. It is better than saying, you youth keep quiet, you cannot say anything. So for me, actually, yeah, it has helped. You're able to negotiate, you're able to play that part between, even when the person deciding is saying no, but members are able to say, my Lord Bishop, can we see in this light? Can we see it in this light? Because we have done a lot of background work. So I think it has, and it will help us moving forward to negotiate our ways and find some of the things to do, find it to do. I remember the last conference I raised that we would like to preside and youth work committee ourselves and not the bishop coming to preside. I really said, is that what the youth want? He said yes, and then it was passed. It was because we had talks with some persons and then they felt, okay, let them have their say, let their voice be heard. It is not necessary they have their way, but this is the 21st. We see a lot of things. but we need their foresight and their insight to be able to balance things. That is what we need as a fellowship. But they should say, shut us down, cause confrontation.
Thank you so much.